Oh, Crumpets.
Don't worry, bro, I got you. Not all heroes wear capes, and some bring you half a buttery crumpet. Hello, and welcome back to the Favour and Adam podcast, Anecdote. We're just two guys keeping you company with stories from our lives, which we hope you can relate to, or at least use a break from your day-to-day business. Today, we'll be discussing times that we got lost. I'll start with a story from Amsterdam when we went with the Politics Society as part of the uni in ISB, which is inter-semester break for anyone who doesn't know what that is. We went on a bar crawl, and basically we went to a few different bars as you do with a bar crawl, end up in a club at the end. As it was at the end of the night, my phone had died. Okay, so we were all in this club having a great time. Phone was dead, but I didn't mind because, all having a good time. We're all just, living our best life. And then I went to the toilet. All is good. Came back. Only one of my friends is there, but I'm like, a bit drunk, so it's fine. So he's like,
yeah,
I'm going to head back to the, whatever it's called. What's it called? The place you stay?
A hotel. Flat.
No, it wasn't a hotel. It was for people who travel.
Travelodge.
No.
Airbnb.
What are they called? Travellers go to them. Oh man. Hostel. That's the word. Hostel. Okay. So my friend was going back to the hostel.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's cool. I'll just stay with the rest of my friends who are probably still here. Didn't bother checking. Didn't realise the others had already gone back while I was in the toilet, and he was going back with them. So I left him to go find the others. He was like, are you sure you don't want to come back? I was like, yeah, that's fine. I'll go join the others. That's fine. I'll come back with them. So I went to join the others, realised they weren't where I left them. Started looking around the club, realised they'd probably left. Went to find my friend. Remembered he had gone as well, because I just said, oh yeah, it's fine, go. So I realised I was in a club in the middle of Amsterdam by myself, no one I knew, with no phone charge, and no idea how to get back to the hostel.
That is a scary experience, I'll be completely honest. I wouldn't know what to do.
I think if I was sober, I would have been a lot more scared. But I was just still dancing, in the corner, slightly panicking, just vibing along.
How did you get back?
Using my brain, right? And also luck.
Of course.
Also luck, because, there's a big element of luck in this story. I went round, sort of just being social, dancing with people and being like, so where are you staying tonight? For like a right predator. Trying to see if someone was staying at the same hostel that I was staying at. I was with this group of people who looked similar age to me. I was like, oh, they might be on a trip, just sort of travelling. Luckily they were. I was actually right. It was this group of Asian people. I can't remember where exactly they're from, somewhere in Asia. So I wiggled my way into the group, made friends with them, was talking to them and everything. I was like, oh, where are you staying? They're like, oh, Clink Nord, which is the name of the hostel. I was like, oh, me too, no way. Can I come back with you tonight? And, oh, yeah, sure. Pretty thought I was trying to get him.
That sounds so dodgy.
If you see shows like The Serpent and stuff where people go travelling and get murdered in hostels and things, But anyway, luckily they trusted me and I trusted them as well. There's this mutual trust and luck that I didn't get killed. But I wriggled my way in, and then they wanted to stay till late. They go hard, These go hard. They're out till 3 in the morning. 3 in the morning, we finally leave the club, and I'm walking back with them, and I have no phone charge, tell anyone, oh, I'm coming back, or anything. And we're walking back. We have to cross this massive road. Amsterdam has this one, probably more than one, but at least one massive road that we had to go across. And we were all quite drunk. There wasn't a sober one of us at this point. And luckily it's in the morning, so it's not as busy, but it's still a major city. So there's cars coming at you. And we're just no, run. Just run across the road. And I don't know these people's names to this day. I never knew their names. Ran across.
You didn't get any of their phone numbers or anything.
Well, I couldn't add it to my phone, and my memory was not going to be.
Could have told them to follow you on Instagram.
Literally. No, but then we eventually, somehow, I guess, I don't remember, but they must have had Google Maps up. I don't know how else they would have known, but they got us back, which was quite impressive. Well done to them. Got us back to the place. I realised I didn't have my key. I go up to the door. I'm like, do I knock or do I just sort of sleep in the corridor? Because I didn't want to be rude, you know. But I was like, nah, I need to go to bed. So I knocked on the door and I was like, guys, I'm whispering. And I was in a room, you know Ethan, don't you? I was in a room with him and a few others.
Yeah, I know.
Ethan hadn't gone on the bar crawl, so he'd been asleep since like 10. I guess the others woke him up when they came back. Yeah, he was the one who answered the door, and he just looked like disgusted. I was like, can I have my key? He was like, yeah, sure. So I wanted to go get a bottle of water from the vending machine. And then the people were still there. The group that I came back with, they were just chilling in the foyer. So I talked to them for a bit. And then by the time we're done, it was like 7 a.m.
I talked to them for a bit.
Yeah,
and then it was 7 a.m.
3 hours. I walk upstairs. I'm like, right, I'm going to go to bed now. And as soon as I got into bed, one of the other person in the room's alarm went off to get up for breakfast. And I was like, nah, I'm not having that. So I just slept in over breakfast, got like an hour's sleep before the next day. But I made it home safe.
Yeah, as long as you're alive.
Yeah.
You know, that's all that matters.
There's many chances.
Went to a different country, got lost, could have been killed. Went home with a group of people you don't know. No. You don't know any of their names. You don't know where they are, what they're doing today.
No.
But you're alive, and that's all that matters. That's all that matters. Yeah.
There's so many chances I could have died there, or had my kidney stolen or something. Hope my mum doesn't watch this episode.
That should be the name of the episode. That time I had my kidney stolen in Amsterdam.
He almost had his kidney stolen? Exclamation mark. I'll clickbait everyone.
Yeah, I have a similar story. I think I was 16. Mm-hmm. Most of the wildest things in my life happened when I was 16, I'll be honest.
Okay. It was a mental year.
But it was a mental year. I was chilling at home and I texted my friend. I was like, bro, I'm bored. Let's do something. And he was like, oh, I'm bored too. But where are we going to go, you know? The dilemma.
These are the best.
Happens to all of us all the time.
These unplanned events are the best.
And we were like, you know what? Let's go exploring. And he goes, yeah, man, on my way to NCS, I saw this farm and one of the fences are broken. Yeah, bro.
Hell yeah.
I'm down. Let's do it. Met him at his house. We got on the bus to town, and then we had to get 2 other buses to the farm, right? The second bus that we got on, we weren't used to. And this is the bus that went to the airport. The stop that we had to get off at was the one just before the airport. And you know that, when you're going to the airport, there's, a long, strip where there's, no bus stops or anything.
Yeah.
So the bus is just driving for, 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So we were the only 2 on the bus the entire way. And when we got to our stop, we pressed the stop button, obviously, as you do. And the bus driver didn't stop.
Oh.
And we were just there, we were like, yo, what do we do? We were in our seats, bro, we need to do something. And then 3 minutes later, we were like, screw it. We asked you to stop the bus. We need to get off.
Start holding up
we're not trying to go to the airport. We don't know where you're taking us. Just let us off the bus, please. He stops in the middle of this motorway thing, and we just fell off the bus. So we had to walk back to where we were meant to be. So we were just chatting, walking back. And you know, those people who take pics of planes?
Oh, yeah.
With the long camera extensions.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw loads of those. We were, chatting with them on our way, you know?
just vibing.
you know that episode of SpongeBob where they get lost in that kelp forest?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That was us. We were just there. And then eventually we make it back, obviously, but it's still early in the day. It was a long day. So we crossed the road. We entered the farm through this broken fence thing. We didn't realize how big it actually was. We were walking for an hour before we got to the other side. Maybe even 2.
Jeez. Did it have animals or anything, or was it just
No, it was just a weird farm. And then we were still trying to get out of this farm. We couldn't find our way out. It was huge. I didn't know if we were walking in circles. I didn't know if we were walking in a straight direction, in a straight line. We couldn't. Everything was the same. in every single direction that we looked in.
Some say Faber's still on that farm to this day.
We end up on this one-way road next to the farm.
Okay.
And there is nothing on the other side of the road other than trees, just a bunch of trees. And we're just walking on this one-way road for another hour. Like, we're just looking for a bus stop. We did find one eventually. I think this bus took us to Harrow.
Okay.
I lived in Hayes. It's a 25-minute drive. From Harrow, we just caught a bus back to Hayes. It was a very long day. Very long day. Nothing accomplished. But, like, I'm not explaining it properly, but I want you guys to visualize that, right? I want you guys to visualize this. Imagine you and your friend, you're just like, yeah, let's go on an adventure. Let's go exploring. I know a farm. You get on a bus, the bus driver doesn't stop.
Yeah.
You're fearing for your life. You don't know where he's taking you.
I know your feeling.
And you keep telling him, let us off. He lets you off in the middle of some motorway. Some motorway, there are cars driving past. You have to cross the road, and there's like 6 lanes, and you just have to sprint to the other side because there wasn't the pathway was only on the other side. Like, there wasn't a pathway on the side that he stopped on.
I'm sensing quite a lot of parallels between that and my story. Like the massive road, no phone battery, just like taking death in your hands.
We were scared. And we're just chatting to some photographers taking pictures of planes in some quay ends. Like, we don't know where we are.
At the end, straight vibing.
We walk for about 30 minutes to 45 minutes to get back to the bus stop. Then we're in the farm for like 4 hours trying to get back out. I don't even know how to describe that day.
Was it one where you get home and you're like, did that actually just happen? Like, was that real?
Yeah.
I've achieved nothing all day.
I just went to bed. We hadn't even eaten. This other time, we caught the bus to Hounslow, and we were on the bus. Once again, we somehow ended up being the only 2 on the bus. It was one of those days where we were like, let's get on a random bus and just get off at a random stop, right?
Yeah.
And we didn't know where, like, the end of the bus stop was because we didn't live in Hounslow. Like, you know, like the bus hub or whatever it's called.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we didn't know where it was, right? So we didn't press the stop button. We were just like, let's just keep going until we see something that looks interesting and then we'll get off, right? Every single person got off the bus. We didn't realize. We were just like, okay, cool, people are getting off. You know, when people are getting off the bus, you don't get off until it's your stop, innit? Like, that's cool. The bus driver, he doesn't realize that we're still on the bus. And the next stop is actually the hub. So he didn't realize we were still on the bus. We just thought that he was just stopping to pick some people up or to drop some people off, right? We didn't realize he was actually getting off the bus for his break, right? We were just chatting in it. After about 5 minutes, we were like, wait, why is the bus not moving?
He ain't coming back.
We were just confused. We didn't realize that he'd actually gotten off the bus because he hadn't said anything. Like, he hadn't said, oh, everybody needs to get off the bus now or anything like that. He just got off.
Yeah.
So after about 10-15 minutes, we were like, yeah, something's wrong. Something's wrong. We probably should have realized early. Something's up.
Something's
so
a bit
we go downstairs. We go downstairs, and the bus driver's just not there. Nobody's on the bus. So we're looking around. We're like, what's going on? What do we do? What do we do here? How do we get off the bus? And then my friend sees the emergency. Yeah, the doors are closed. My friend sees the emergency exit thing. And we don't know what the button does. We don't know if it's going to set off some alarm or anything. So he just presses it. The door opens and we sprint. We just
beg it. I'm out, bro.
We just leg it. The bus driver's going to come back with the door open. Like, huh? Did I leave the door open? Like,
did he not realise you were upstairs? Is that like what happened?
No, he didn't. He didn't realise we were upstairs.
Bro.
We were just there.
I mean, the other day I was trying to go see my friend in Bath, and I got on the bus, which was meant to be going sort of left, and it just started going the other way. And I was like, where is this taking me? I was like, if I stay on it, it might like circle round. and it just stopped.
Oh no!
It stopped outside like a hospital. I was like,
oh, that reminds me. Let me give this person a fake name.
Lonslow.
I was thinking Rupert. He feels like a Rupert.
Okay. Do I know the person?
Oh yeah, you do. Remember that time we were going to Rupert's house?
Yeah. Okay. I instantly know. Yeah. He feels like a Rupert. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no, because we'd promised him. Well, no, I'd promised him that I would come visit, but obviously I wasn't really that close. So I was like, guys, do you guys want to come with? Like, please. You guys agreed, and they were like, fair enough. Yeah, but we were meant to be going with me, you, and Andrew, but Andrew didn't come. It's because Andrew wasn't coming. I went on my own. So I tried to catch the bus. I was waiting for the bus for 45 minutes, and the bus didn't come. Before I decided, screw it, I'm going to get an Uber. Right? And you got on the bus.
So I got on the bus to go to Rupert's house to meet Favour there. And at this point, I still thought Andrew was coming as well. So I was like, oh, Andrew, you ready to go? Wasn't anywhere to be seen. Because I'd been somewhere else first. I wasn't at the house. So I got on the bus, and the same thing happened where the bus just went the opposite way to the way it was going further and further away from my destination. I was like, how long did I stay?
You didn't even realise.
I didn't even realise because I was like on my phone, just because I'd never been to Rupert's house before, so I didn't know where it was. And I was like, oh, I should probably see what stop I need to get off at, So I searched it on Google, and I saw the little dot of me and the little cursor of where he is, and I could see me going further and further away as a little dot. And I was like, I'm not even facing the right way. And I was like, how long do I stay on here before it might turn
Why
around?
am I going in the opposite direction?
Yeah, and I was like, bro, why is he moving? Was my first thought. I was like, that doesn't make sense. I'm already late at this point because I've been on it for so long hoping it'll turn around. So I get off. Mm-hmm. I could pay for another bus, but I was so far out of like the city centre that it wasn't the U1s or whatever anymore because of where he lives. So it wasn't included.
You just didn't know.
Yeah, so it wasn't included in my day ticket. So I'd have to have brought another ticket. So I was like, oh, screw it, I'm just going to get an Uber. So I got an Uber to his house. So I paid for a bus, which took me further away from where I wanted to be. A day ticket for one trip that took me the opposite way. And then had to pay for an Uber on top of that to get there, where we only went because we were being nice and we didn't actually want to go.
Exactly. We didn't actually want to go. We were just being nice. And then we were at Rupert's house, right? He showed us around his house. It's a nice house. Very nice house. And then literally, as we were about to say, all right, we're going to leave now. Thanks for having us. He goes.
I remember this. No, you have to, it's fake. You have to set it up right. You know, friends, when you've been like friends long enough, you have that look you give each other where you know what you're thinking without saying it. So me and Favour are sat next to each other, and I give Favour the look of, we should probably get going soon because neither of us want to be here. That was the look that I gave Favour. As I give him that look, and Favour sort of gives me the I agree look back, Rupert walks in and says,
I can't stop laughing, man. He goes, do you guys want to play on the Wii?
He banged out a Nintendo Wii. And
we were like,
I was like, okay, we'll just have a quick game of Mario Kart or something. And he banged out this game. What was it called?
Mario Party.
The minimum game time is 1 hour.
Yeah.
1 hour per game.
Like, yeah, how long is one game? He was like 1 hour.
And I was like, he's like, at least you can play longer if you want. And I was like,
yeah. We can play longer. I remember that. I remember we were to try and ease things, like ease our way out of the situation.
Excuse number 2
we were
came
like,
in.
Oh, yo. Excuse number 2 came in, and we were like, yeah, we're kind of hungry. We're gonna go buy food. He goes,
don't worry, bro. I got you.
Stop laughing. My chest.
He doesn't tell me what he has. He goes, oh, so now, don't worry. Don't worry, bro, I got you.
Don't worry, I got you.
He goes to his kitchen, and we're like, maybe he's going to bang out a picture or something. He comes in with half a crumpet with a bit of butter on the top. So the theme for this week is when we got lost. This story is when I lost the will to live.
Half a crumpet. See, the thing is, since he's a student, obviously, which is fair, he didn't want to give us a whole crumpet each.
Which is fair, it's fair. But just let us go.
It's fair, like, just let us go order food. It's the fact that he goes, don't worry, bro, I got you. And then brings out half a crumpet.
The thing is, neither of us said, do you have any food? Or could you provide it? We said, exactly. We should probably go because we're hungry, we want to get food. Like, we'll go buy it ourselves somewhere else. He felt the need to provide half a crumpet. I'm still convinced he just wanted to get rid of it. Because
he's honestly such a nice guy. Yeah. He's such a kind guy, but it's just the whole situation was just so stressful. We just needed to escape, and then eventually, right? When we did go, we were walking for how long? When we
it was left, at least we were walking for like 10-15 minutes. We were halfway down 15 the hill.
Minutes. And we were like, yeah, we're going to get the bus.
And we started walking. We started walking down the hill.
We started walking. I checked my pockets. I was like, wait, I'm missing something.
It was
my entire wallet was at there. We had to walk all the way back to their house.
After saying goodbye and we should probably leave and using 3 or 4 excuses to dip, we then showed back up at the door. And he was like, oh, do you want another crumpet?
Oh god. After that we were like, screw it, we're not taking the bus, man, we just need to get back. we
brought another Uber.
Or we both paid for 2 Ubers that day.
Yeah.
Just to get to this guy's house. Yeah,
just because we were being nice. If we could have just said no and saved this whole, but we wouldn't have the story. You know,
my stomach is actually hurting. I laughed too hard about that half a crumpet. If you're not from the UK and you don't know what a crumpet is, if you're looking at Spotify, Google it. But it's that big. It's like on my screen.
Basically, imagine like a muffin with holes in it. A porous muffin.
A flat muffin.
A flat, porous muffin.
I don't even like crumpets, which is the most stressful part, but like, he'd already heated it up.
Exactly. And when they put butter on it, like anyone, not just him, when people put butter on it, it's got so many holes in. There's no butter on top anyway. There's no point putting butter on it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think crumpets aren't the best. But
such a kind guy, man.
He's such a giving guy.
Such a kind guy. It's like I'm really grateful he didn't want us to spend our own money on food.
Yeah, like that's obviously really nice.
But the half a crumpet.
It was just the fact that like we weren't even that hungry. Like I could have eaten, but I wasn't that hungry. It was more of an excuse and a kind way of saying we need to go. He's like, don't worry, bro, I got you.
Yeah, man, don't worry about it. Plus, the thing is, we can't just like we can't stay till late even if we wanted to, because his house was just in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, it was nowhere near like the city or where we lived. It was just nowhere.
Exactly. It was quite the situation. Oh no.
I think we were both laughing because we were there. Anyone who wasn't there maybe won't find it as funny, but
That's true.
Yeah.
You guys might not find
you
it
had
as
to be
funny,
there. But they're just like, why is he laughing? What was so funny?
Half crumpets.
Don't worry, bro, I got you. Not all heroes wear capes, and some bring you half a buttery crumpet. That's the description for this week, just that. Not all heroes wear capes, some bring you half a buttery crumpet. I always spat my water out.
My stomach is actually hurting from laughing. Oh god. I'm trying to drink water but I'm laughing too much.
Half a buttery crumpet.
I feel like people will laugh just as much if they Google a crumpet.
It just came out like a white plate, just like a small white plate. It was actually quite a big white plate, that was the thing, with half
You
a
even get
crumpet
two
on
separate plates.
it. No, it was one plate with half a crumpet on. Like, came in, all like moist on top from the butter. I got you, bro. He didn't tell us what he was getting. It's like, I got you, bro. Disappeared. We look at each other like, oh, what? His housemate's there as well. Like, I don't know what he's doing. Don't look at me. He comes in. Poof. Here you go.
I also just remembered his housemate had a sleeping bag.
Oh yeah, instead
And
of
he
a
said,
blanket.
oh, sometimes I just chill in it because it gets cold.
That's kind of specific if you ever listens, but actually, this whole story is, to be fair.
This whole story is specific, but I doubt he'll ever listen.
Just name dropping at the end. It's like in the Simpsons movie where they work so hard to cover up Bart's penis and just show it at the end.
Oh god, I don't know if this is going to be funny to anybody else, but this is definitely one of the funniest stories we've ever had.
I think we're done. I don't think we can top that. So.
Yeah. Do we do the new section?
All right.
And today...
I'm trying to be serious, bro. You start laughing. It sets me off.
Alright. And today we're trialing a new section for you guys. Things that should be illegal. Each week, one of us finds something that we think shouldn't be allowed to exist, and we argue our case to the other person about why. Adam starting us off this week. What do you think shouldn't exist?
Half a buttery crumpet. as a choice. As an option to have when you're hungry. If you're ever a host and someone says they're hungry, either let them go. Just let them go. Just don't even bother.
Exactly. Just let them go, man.
It's like, oh, I'm kind of hungry. Don't take that as an option to whip out your crumpet, alright? Just say, cool, go. Doors there,
You know what? I'm like, who sits down and they're like, I want a snack. Let me have half a buttery crumpet.
Not even a whole one. Whole one's maybe too filling. But a quarter's not filling enough. Half. But then half isn't quite filling enough. You need to add that little bit of butter. Perfect. Some people.
The butter's the seasoning, bro.
How do you season your crumpets? Jesus.
Oh no. He didn't even give us jam or nothing.
But like, a crumpet doesn't feel right.
I'm grateful.
Stuff. It's just
grateful.
wrong. I'm grateful, but also what the fuck? Like, it shouldn't be a thing. Crumpets in general shouldn't be a thing.
Yeah, crumpets are disgusting in my opinion.
Because like the texture, like when you heat them up, they don't even go like soft. It's not quite. It's like sort of soft, but it's not quite soft. You know, it's like a sponge. You wouldn't eat a sponge, would you?
Yeah.
What if he brought you half of a sponge with butter on top? You wouldn't accept that, would you? Why accept a crumpet? Anyway, have I convinced you?
You have convinced me. You didn't have to convince me. I just simply think.
I just simply agree.
I simply agree, bro. Crumpets should not exist. Like, if you're the owner of Asda watching this, remove crumpets, bro.
We'll link the petition to the
man.
Instagram. Everyone go sign it, please. It won't take a minute. Get crumpets. We're going to tackle the real social issues here. Like crumpets.
Anyway, I think we're going to end it there for today.
Yeah, boy.
I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. Next week, join us next week.
Next week, join us next week.
Oh god. Tune in next week as we're joined by Soul Speak. They are a similar podcast group in the US who are going to be telling us about their experiences hosting a podcast and why they started a podcast. It's going to be a back to forth discussion. We'll also be answering their questions as they answer ours.
Looking forward to it.
Anyway, you want to do the outro?
I got you, bro.
Whips out Crumpet.
Just trying not to laugh.
I need to make this a TikTok. I'm going to make this a TikTok.
Yeah. It used to be.
Oh god.
Anyway, you get a picture of half a buttery crumpet. Don't search that on Google, who knows what's going to come up. Anyway, this has been the Favor and Adam podcast. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next week.
Peace.